Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Alvin. So this is part 2 of smart lifting and bodybuilding. So I'm gonna be talking about a little bit more topics here that I did it on part 1, because part 1 was pretty much just right after my workout, and I didn't really get enough time to like structure it to the way I wanted to. I was just pretty much ranting. So here we go. So the first thing that I want to touch on is structuring your workouts. So I'm not gonna be technical on this, just a bit of basics. You should, depending on how many muscles you're working that day, you should do 2 to 3 heavy compound lifts to work out as many muscles as you can, and really just break them down to the way that maybe isolation work can't do. And then speaking of that, after the 2 to 3 heavy compound lifts, then you should do some isolation work. So let's say you're doing chest and you're doing bench press and let's say dumbbells for your heavy compounds. And then you would go to the hammer strength, which is kind of like a crossover with plates on it. So basically what you would do after that is maybe some cable flies or some cable crossovers of some sort, just to really shape up like your that in detail your chest. And then you would do some isolation work, or maybe heavy compound. If you're including shoulders that day, you would do like an overhead press or shoulder presses. And then after that you would do like some side lateral or something like that. So also you can incorporate drop sets and stuff like that on there, depending on what you're doing. If you're after reps that day, maybe that would be the perfect time to put the drop sets on there on your last set. So there's other tools that you can use to maximize your workout. So there's constant tension, which is basically increasing the time under tension on the muscle. Kind of like if you're bench pressing, there's a 3-second count to the bottom. You can do that with dumbbells too, and other exercises as well. So the idea is that it promotes muscle growth, hypertrophy, right? So I do agree with that to an extent, but I actually prefer, because they believe that it gives you that pump. But what I think is that heavy lifting, to me, I find a little bit more superior to constant tension when it comes to building muscle, because like I said, it does break down more muscle. So it's up to you when you want to utilize it. In a day when you're after reps, maybe you can like insert it on there, or like design your workout with constant tension. It's up to you, but this is all for bodybuilding. I don't think power lifters would really do that. They probably more do pause reps, or they're working with chains or bands, stuff like that, which is pretty much increases the tension at the top where you're supposed to be the strongest. You know what I'm saying? And there's different variations of that too. So it depends on what you're doing that day. Pretty much, like I said on part 1, tailor it to your particular goal, alright? So one thing that I truly believe in when it comes to bodybuilding is developing that mind-muscle connection. So that's one thing that constant tension really helps with. I think that's actually the most useful factor within that. Because what I found is when I'm doing the constant tension, routines, it increases my mind-muscle connection. Because that's something that it's hard to do when you're lifting heavy, because you're focused more on getting the weight up, and you're just your form kind of takes toll because of the heavy load. But when you're constant tensioning, obviously you're going to be using lighter weights, so you can focus more on really working that muscle that you're targeting. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say that both has its place. As far as my personal preference, I like lifting heavy and kind of mixing, the best of both worlds. I would do, say, heavy lifting 1 week, drop it down a little bit and go for reps. And then the week after that, I do constant tension. You know what I'm saying? Not too light, but heavy enough that, like I'm still breaking the muscle down enough. And at the same time, I can control the weight and develop that mind muscle connection. So keep that in mind. Okay, so you can't have something, you can't call a video smart lifting without discussing nutrition in some way. Because we all know how important nutrition plays into, especially bodybuilding and lifting in general. Because if you eat like shit, it's not going to help you in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So let me just talk about this for bodybuilding. Basically, if you're cutting, obviously, let's say you're in a 2,000 to 2,100 calorie a day, right? And if it's a regular day, keep your calories that way. If you're not lifting that day, you're just resting. Maybe even a little less depending on, your programming and, if you have a coach, whatever, like how they design it for you. And then on your lifting days, of course, you would increase, the calorie intake. You'd take in more calories than you would, especially with carbs. Because especially if you're someone who likes to lift heavy, you're going to need the extra energy to be able to get those weights up. Okay, so you can't have a video called Smart Lifting without touching on supplements. But I'm not going to go forever on it because supplements is a whole nother beast, man. That's like a fucking series of itself, you know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, supplements do help. I would say that it does give you a bit of an advantage. But if you have a choice on especially if you're in a budget or you're broke as hell, because we all been there, right? And if you have a choice whether you buy food or all these supplements, I would say you buy food, man, because your food is supposed to have the nutrients that you need anyway. Where supplements come to play is, let's say, a protein shake will help get you the amount of protein that you'll need. You know what I'm saying? So basically, especially for somebody who counts your macros even, it'll help you meet, and you divide it into percentages, your protein, your fats, your carbs. It'll help you meet your protein requirements for the day. You know what I mean? And I also believe creatine helps, I think it does get you stronger as well. Like there's studies on it, is highly studied and it's been proven, stuff like that. And I think it helps just from personally using it. And just make sure that you're sleeping 7 to 8 hours a day if you're taking creatine, or of course take that shit every day, even if you're not lifting that day. Final things I want to say about lifting is that I'm a big proponent of this. If you've watched my other videos, always have fun in the gym, man. No matter how hard your program is, no matter, what your goal is. You know what I'm saying? If you're not having fun, man, you're kind of almost wasting your time. You know what I mean? Like, for me, my goal is, this might not make sense, the way that I'm going to say it, but my goal is to really mix the idea of having fun and lifting angry in the gym at the same time. So basically, my technique on that is like, especially if I'm powerlifting that day and I want to hit a new PR. And like the attitude of, just like getting amped up, using all the anger that I may have that day to get that weight up. But at the same time, the process of all that is getting me to have fun. Have fun, lift angry. You can lift heavy and lift smart at the same time. So yeah, man, I'm gonna end the video right there. Basically, my wish for you is to live smart. I wish, all of us, as all of us want, more strength, better physique and all that, all the good stuff. But my wish for you is to be a smarter, just a wiser lifter in general, because it'll go a long way, and it'll keep you safe and healthy and injury free for a long time. You know what I'm saying? For me, like, I haven't been injured in all the time that I've been lifting. I would have, like some aches here and there, or maybe my wrist or my elbows or something would hurt. But after a few days of rest, it's gone. So little minor things, you know what I'm saying? I've never been seriously injured that I was hospitalized or I missed lifting time, because I always keep my ego in check to the best of my ability. I don't think I'm a master at it. I think I just listen to my body really well. And I hope that's one skill that you can develop for yourself, because it'll go a long way, you know, for your lifting career. You know, it'll help you and give you that longevity that we all deserve. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave you with that, man. So make sure that if you like the video, man, you give your boy a thumbs up down there, man. Make sure you comment. Tell me if you like the video, if you hate the video, if you think I missed something that you want to discuss, or you want to discuss in the comment section. Do that, man. Or if you want me to address it in the future videos, let me know, man. And you know, I need your help too, man. If you want me to discuss a certain topic in the future, put it in a comment, man, or send me a message. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to your boy for future videos and to keep track of my progress. I hope you picked up even just one gem of value from this whole series, man. From this 2-part series that I made for y'all. Keep being a savage, like I always say. To all my brothers and sisters in 9 out there, keep killing it in the gym. Peace!